Okay, current solutions like Amazon and Google give us centralized cloud. What we provide is decentralized cloud services based on pay-as-you-go on Lightning Network. In our solution, users at home that have laptops, PCs, and smartphones can get cryptocurrency by sharing their resources to the cloud. They can get up to $1,000 per month, and I think this is amazing. Do you want to show us what we have done?
Today we have built a VPN service. The VPN service is of course made of server and client. You can just connect to the VPN, and let's have a look at the result here in Israel before we finish the handshake. And once we connect the app, we can see our network as being in another country, in another state or another country. Of course, everything is decentralized, and all the payments are based on the Lightning Network. We can have a look at our wallet where all the payments are done.
Okay, so as you can see, we have created this hackathon, one service of this cloud. This service is the centralized VPN. We can connect to servers all around the world that are distributed. And the users at home can benefit actually from this value. I think that's all, guys. Kadwabanga!
Let's start the Q&A.
Yeah, so thanks for the demo. You mentioned the figure of $1,000 per month. How did you reach that number?
Yeah, so first of all, it's maximum. I have chosen one of the services that provides the most value. I've checked the mobile testing service, okay? I've taken some of our competitors in a regular world. They pay $6 per hour. If you, for example, take 6 hours per night, that you rent your device and multiply everything, it contracts to $1,000.
What's working? What's working?
The VPN service.
VPN, so I can now use your system and get VPN service.
Yes.
But I can't pay.
You pay with the Lightning Network as you go. You pay every 10 seconds. It's automatically paid from your wallet to the device wallet.
So that's working.
Yeah, yeah. More questions?
That's it, thank you.
So, KaPow, the next thing.
Hello everyone, so we're KaPow, and we're going to change the world, of course. And we're going to start with the most important thing, which is the demo, because we have a working product. Alright. It's going to be a bit hard with one hand. So I'm going to tell you a story. Probably you know there's been a lot of development in the world about cryptocurrencies. Lots of cool technology, but it's really complicated. And the regular person doesn't really use it. Opening a wallet sounds weird and strange, because, you know, I don't have a wallet on me, but it's complicated. And the Lightning Network offers some really cool stuff about micropayments, but how can we do them? So I have an example here. This is a regular website from a publisher who decided to add Lightning payments for every article you read. So let's go here, try one of those. Looks very interesting, and obviously I can't pay with PayPal. Well, I can, it's going to take a while and be very expensive. I really can't pay with Visa or MasterCard. Just feeling visitors is going to kill me. But I can definitely pay with Litecoin. So everything here is working. The site is connected to real Lightning Network, of course, on testnet only. If I had Eclair, I would scan it and make it work, but Eclair hasn't been working for less than 24 hours. But I will take this invoice and go to htc.me. Hope you guys are familiar with it. Not connected to us in any way. And attempt to make a payment and read this article. Let's go. Send payment, and let's look if the server catches it. Yay. Okay, so Lightning completed. It's not us, I want to take credit for the technology, but Lightning is not us. But this thing was a bit complicated, right? I had to copy stuff, or I had to scan stuff, and imagine you're sitting at home reading the news, you want to read something, or maybe read extra comments, open information, getting your phone out, logging in, probably noticing you have new WhatsApp, and you forget about the article, and you continue to wait. But imagine if you had this, a simple extension you can install. And now I open up KaPow. Welcome to KaPow. We give it a second to register on the network and generate a unique address for us. We also give you a bit of Bitcoin. It's on testnet, so it's free. And if you want to get a bit more, you can use Coinbase, Bits of Gold, or any other service. And let's go and see what happens now. So reading this article, looks interesting. Let's try to pay for it. Now the website for Measured itself, you can notice that KaPow is installed and ready. In that case, it just calls KaPow and tells it, I want to make a payment. So let's try. Again, let's pray. Yay, everything is working. So that was nice. Still, that was kind of nice. But the whole idea of micropayments is doing a lot of them. No, 1 second. No, super fast, super fast.
That's it. We have to be straight on time. Now we're going to Q&A.
What did you want to show us?
You have time for that. So one small thing I want to show you, imagine you have lots of things on the site you want to buy. You don't want to open your phone every time. So you can just say, you know what, I'm going to pay for it, but I want to trust this website for about $5 more. And then every time I want to pay more, it's going to be immediate. And it's real payments on Lightning Network, fully settled. Thank you for your question. Any other questions?
Yes, so do I understand correctly that what you developed is two parts? One is the home extension, one is the plugin for the website that allows to accept the Bitcoin, the Lightning payments.
So we're using Charged from the DAV for the website. It's only a demo. Our main development was an extension and the Lightning node behind it, the node server and everything that allows the payments to be made.
Okay.
Sorry? What's a CMS? It's a fake news website. Yeah, it's just some HTML template with behind the scenes where the JavaScript, so it tests, goes to charge, creates invoices, and really checks if the user pays. Simulation.
If I have a web page now, is there anything that prevents me from using it right now? What's missing?
No, you can just take our JavaScript, a very short piece of code, and it just sends a message, and the extension is there. The payment message will pop up, and the invoice will be paid. Again, it's been developed over the last 24 hours. Don't put it on mainnet, but cool. Thank you for the team. Thank you guys. And I hope this is going to have a team in the future.
Team YOTA. The next team, Wacking, please be prepared around the stage.
Hi everybody, my name is Tamar and I'm here at YOTA. So we're at YOTA, which is Yuki, Ofer, Tamar, and Alex. words in the room, but it's going to come up often in the presentation. So thank you to the previous team for introing Lightning Network for us. What we're going to talk about is routing of the transactions on the network. Next slide. So, we love Lightning because of the fast transactions that we just saw, right? And what usually happens, or what Lightning enables, is two people to create a channel between them and then transact very quickly without doing sort of a layer beyond the Bitcoin blockchain. And then the network effect means that if Yuki has a channel to Ofer, and Ofer has a channel to me, and I have a channel to Alex, then Yuki can transfer money to Alex without needing to build a direct channel to him. So in theory, if you query graph the network to see how you can get from you to some destination in the network, you get many possible routes. And this is just a visualization of it. So for instance, if I want to get to grits, then I can take the red line from here to here to there, or for the sorry, that. Okay, but actually, in practice, a lot of the routes aren't valid. Right? Either because some of the nodes that the network knows about are dead, or because channels along the route I can't actually transfer the amount that I want on. So actually, transactions take much longer, and many of them actually fail. So what we developed is a tool called TraceLight. It's a diagnostic tool that lets you analyze the routes to see what actual working and find an actual working route. We'll show you the demo right now. It comes up really small. Sorry. Okay, so I found the first route. It has two hops. The first is from me to a different node called Ofer, and it's online and it has capacity. Okay, the second hop is the node at the end of it also is online and has capacity. The tool, because it's a diagnostic tool, the tool continues. The second route it finds has 3 hops. The first one to grits is online and has capacity. The second from grits to a node called rootware is online but does not have capacity, which means that the channel between grits and online can't transfer the amount that I want to get to the end node. Okay, and the tool can continue on, and you see that some of the nodes are unknown, and some of them don't have capacity. So if we see a visualization of what this tool would be, it means that from all of the nodes that I got before, only one actually would work.
Die.
What is it about the privacy?
Thank you. Great question. So you noticed that one of the interesting things that we discovered is that the way the tool works actually got on. We found a loophole in the system that allows me to know a specific channel what the capacity of the channel is. Right. So when I generally the capacity of the channel is public information, but the actual balance, i.e., how much I can transfer from one channel from a specific channel node to another in a direction, is supposed to be private information. But I can use this tool over and over and over, using different amounts, and discover how much what the balance is on a specific channel that I'm not a part of. And that's the fact.
There's no money transfer.
Right, and the tool doesn't actually transfer much.
So now we hope that the payment stuff, or do you get the Polygon answer whether it's managed to get all the way through or not?
So no, so we know where it got stuck, and if you run it on the entire network, because there are multiple hubs on the one network, and you can get to different channels from different directions, then you can know even if, for instance, a specific channel didn't have capacity and the channel after it did, you can probably discover it. It depends on the network. Yeah, we even wrote it up on here.
If you run this tool continuously, then you connect to all hubs and nodes, which know the state of the network at all times, and that the right which route we want to take, without trying over and over.
Yes, it hasn't been quite published yet, but after the hackathon.
Thank you.
Can everyone hear me? Okay. Okay. So can everyone hear me? Everyone can hear me very well. So what we created for you today is the Wacking wallet. It's a Lightning wallet, and we were very interested in the Lightning network as a team, and we decided to explore how we can help advance the network as much as we can. Basically, just a little bit about the name. Basically, Wacking consists of wallet, hacking, Lightning. Just a nice description of what we've done in the past 30 hours. The decision to create a mobile wallet came into mind because of a clear need for an intuitive and seamless user experience. We created the Wacking wallet. Our team consists of Ben Kaufman, Aviv Cohen, Eliezer Steinbach, and me, Manan Sapper. I'll be opening the wallet right now for you. Start. Okay, so basically I'm doing the basic look of the wallet right now. Also, you can see the little Wacking logo. Little slide to the left, you can see a receipt. This is just a normal, this would be the regular wallet if anyone would see. You have a scannable barcode and available for copying your public address. Inside here we have a log of transactions. We haven't made any, and also this is, well, part of the demo. Right over here we have send an amount and send to. Send, that's going to make a regular transaction propagated in the network. We'll give a little example. The really special thing about this wallet though is Lightning. This is a Lightning-enabled wallet. It's going to aim to be available for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, but for now, demo, we've got Bitcoin right over here. Basically, we're going to have separately Lightning showed here, but right now I'm going to make a just a regular send transaction just to show our wallet working. So basically, the ending amount of send going to be at 5. And your little send to base. It's not going to be the right one up front. we all know this little drill of going through a little bit of what's up conversations, getting a little.
That should be our entire presentation.
Yeah, that should be our entire thing. Maybe you should make a little tool to make that a little bit less of a drag, right? Okay, so basically I'd be pasting that in and getting an H. But then I'd be getting that, and I'll wait for to be able to send. This transaction was just sent to Eliezer's wallet. He's going to be able to confirm that for me. I'm going to be able to refresh, and if I have my confirmations on the testnet, I'm going to have 10. So, okay, great. So we're just gonna end with something really quickly. Just a little bit thank yous, and then we can start the questions. Would that be fine? These are just really important for us.
So
okay.
we have to give enough time to other.
That's for our wallet. We haven't had time to show the Lightning, but that's okay.
You built the whole wallet from scratch. What parts did you take?
We basically we built the whole wallet from scratch, taking secure parts of wallet generation, mainly using it through the Bitcoin network daemon that Nadav has provided us. But we've built the whole wallet from scratch. Absolutely. Our very talented and amazing mobile app developer has made it seamless, and our designer Nom has made an exceptional UI. I'd add that sadly I haven't had the time to show you the lightning, but we put a lot of effort into that, and it works very well. It's actually really simple.
You should have.
What? You should. I should have.
That's the main
Well, that's
thing.
the point.
Take 1 minute to
present the lightning. I'm be more than glad to do that. The presentation on lightning is going to be okay. Basically, we're going to be going into the lightning little section here. We're going to have these two examples, and then my computer does okay. Basically, if we go into send into request, as we know in the Lightning Network, we have to request a payment, and we can't just randomly be sent one. When I'm going to do a request, I'm going to request a certain amount in Satoshis, and create that request. It's going to automatically copy that to me. Right now, I'm just going to send this to myself to show.
Where do you create channels?
Where we create channels, the Lightning node that we're connected to currently has open channels that I've provided that. But if we go into future development with this wallet is going to actually include a create channel option, where it will run as its own network, Lightning network node, and will only require calls to an external Bitcoin node because the phone can't handle that. So it's going to be fully able to run its own Lightning node as a wallet. I'll just be making that payment and having that in Lightning.
Explain what you just heard. We are bit to beats. The beats is what you're hearing. Build the blockchain. So we are Eyal Fischel, myself, Sinai, and Rani Dar. Me and Eyal were responsible for the website that you're going to see, and Rani Dar is for the music and for the sound design. I'm sorry. So it starts like this. You know those people who ask silly questions like, why are Bitcoin transfer fees so high? Okay, and they always ask that even though the transfer fees sometimes are really low, or no one is sending Bitcoin right now, no one is using it. So basically, there is a problem that people don't know really the current state of the blockchain. They think that once the blockchain has arrived to a certain state, it stays that. So there's a lot of confusion in the space, and the wallets aren't really clear, especially about transfer fees, and it's not really accessible for beginners. So we thought about at first a fee calculator, something that is easy to understand for humans, not just programmers and engineers. And you can either choose waiting time or the preferred fees you are willing to pay. It's not just a graph you're trying to look for the correct fee, which is basically could be intuitive for programmers like you, but for normal people it's not. So this is the interface that it's going to look in the future. I'm going to show you a demo. We didn't have time to do all the styling, but it works. All the features are working. So you can have the fee calculated by the waiting time you are willing to wait for the first confirmation, or you can give the fee that you're willing to pay and see how much time it will let you wait. But this is not all, okay? Because we really wanted to make something more special, something more intuitive for people, for beginners, and this is where Ryan will talk.
Hey, so this is not a regular product or something, this is a classic hackathon hack. And we wanted to simplify the feeling of the whole net and kind of make it abstract. So we divided 4 parameters into 10 layers, each parameter into 10 layers, and we gave them representation with different levels of intensity in music and in different sounds. And they kind of mesh all together into some kind of texture, but you can really... Okay. My time is great. Thank you. And thanks for Noam for the logo design. I think probably everybody here owes him some kind of thanks. So,
we do.
Yes. Let me give it a little bit of volume. Yeah. So the little thingies, things are the transactions. Yeah. The lower pads, things that come and go, are price change in 24 hours. Last 24 hours. And there's another one. And the thing, one sound that you don't hear is the beginning of a new block or the ending of a new block. Yeah, the ending of a block. And and the number of unconfirmed transactions is also there, dividing 10 layers. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, investors, ideas hunters, and community. We are Scryptofolio, the next autonomic exchange on your mobile.
Microphone.
Okay. We actually going to change the world of investment and make it accessible for people who have no ideas trading or using cryptocurrency. I'm really excited. This is a really big point in my life, which integrate my finance knowledge and my tech side. I'm old BI, I'm BI and big data developer. These projects really make me exciting because it's integrate my two specialities. And I want to introduce you a very, very simple way to generate wallets, hold your private keys, and make your own portfolio from different portfolio index, okay? And change the ratio of the altcoins and the bitcoins and control the risk in your portfolio even when you're a beginner and have no idea in cryptocurrencies and markets. As investors, all you have to know that what is the risk you want to take in a specific time. And that's a functionality that's hard to implement even to advanced users.
1 more minute.
Yeah. Question?
You have 1 more minute.
Okay. So let's skip. Okay. Let's make a quick demo and show the app. Okay. This is the first screen. Okay. The user able to choose different portfolios. One is from the blockchain, media blockchain technologies. One will be processing blockchain technologies. Okay, let's say the user put a Bitcoin in our app. Okay, all we have to do is just to choose the risk level he wants. Okay? For example, after he makes his money, makes his profit, huge revenue, he wanna go to the safe side, which we able the user to choose if you wanna stick to a US dollar or to Bitcoin in one click. I think we change him something. After the market get calm, he can back to any risk level he wants and change, as you see, the BTC level on the portfolio. Okay, time for questions.
What is working? So you've got a UI that shows numbers changing according to a sliding scale.
Exactly. We have a smart bot. We generate the ratios between the altcoins, predefined altcoins, and Bitcoins.
How do you decide on what's more risky? So you took an approach that Bitcoin is less risky. How do you decide between Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic? And what made you decide that Bitcoin is less risky?
Actually, I believe that most of you will agree that the current assumption in the world that holding Bitcoin is much more solid option than choosing other coins.
I agree, but why did you, what's the reason for that?
Our vision is to generate new indexes and imitate current indexes, which we can follow. There is a website, Economy, which made a great work building new indexes, which really helping the simple people, the simple user who don't understand cryptocurrency to look about the assets as indexes and measure them as a group of assets. For example, at the current fiat exchange, you have a product that give you the option to stick to one sector or one industry. In the cryptocurrencies industries, because it's real new, it doesn't exist yet. And I think that give the community the option to check a group of assets as a sector, as an industry, will provide more knowledge and will increase the interest of the community in the cryptocurrency.
Why are you not simply measuring the alpha and the beta of the assets and basing your allocation on that?
Excuse me again, please?
Why are you not simply measuring the alpha and beta of the assets and building your allocation based on that?
Our vision is to build a new indexes that help us decide. I'm a big data developer, I know how to work with data. And our vision is to absolutely generate new data and measure the portfolio with the new measures that we create. We will create.
Thank you.
We made Bitbuy. It's a reverse marketplace for smooth and fast and commission-free transaction for people who are holding a lot of crypto and don't want to convert it into fiat to buy products. So basically what we're going to do is advertise the products they want to buy, and people who want to buy crypto can buy it for them and exchange the product for the crypto. So it's going like that. Stores advertise products. After the advertisement, candidates basically offer they're willing to buy the product for them. The people who want the product, the people who want to buy it for them can start chatting, and after the chat, the crypto owners can choose a candidate, and once they choose it, they go off the market together. The transaction is successful, the product is going off the market, and if the transaction is not successful, they can go back. This is why, and the reason is that we know that crypto owners don't want to spend a lot of their money into the fiat, but sometimes they just need stuff and they want to make specific transactions for the stuff they need. I don't think we're going to have enough time for that, but I'm going to maybe post this. We've been thinking about solution on how to make the transaction automatic, and now basically we can promise the transaction has happened. We can promise the product has reached its destination, that the transaction was successful, and then maybe hold the money in escrow, or maybe make an automated transaction with the product which reached its destination. For business models, we can basically make affiliation with retailers, or maybe charge the crypto and the fiat and make some percentage out of that. This is a quick demo, so like I said, we can post items. If I want to buy the product, if I want to be the candidate, I can go into the product and start chatting. So the chat actually works. I can answer this. Okay, yeah, of course it's not working right now, but I swear it works. And if this is my item, then I can go into the list of candidates and choose one, and then I said once we choose the candidate, the products go off the market.
Thank you.
Wow, this month I'm gonna ride the bus so many times. I have a ride to Herzliya, to ride to Tel Aviv. I'm riding 3 times to meet my parents in Haifa. Wow, I have so many bus rides. How am I gonna make it the cheapest way? I have an idea. I'm gonna buy a monthly subscription.
Good morning. Good morning, guys. How are you today? How would you like to pay for your bus?
I would like to buy 1 monthly subscription, please.
Of course, that's the cheapest one that you can get. The best deal for you.
Thank you. I will call with my ticket, with my laptop, please. Thank you.
Have a good month.
Thank you, too. 1 day later. Hello?
Yaniv, this is Sagi. From the military reserve. We have a drill next Monday. 9 a.m. I need you in the base in Shizafon. Okay? Okay, chill, man. See you there. Huh?
Oh my god. My monthly subscription. I lost all my money.
Yaniv, don't worry, man. LightLine here got your back. With LightLine, you don't care about your monthly subscription because you don't have any subscription. LightLine got your back, man. With LightLine, you just ride the bus. LightLine.
Thank you, Yaniv and Adi, for a great performance. As we said, LightLine allows you for seamless and flexible incorporation of crypto into public transportation. As you can see, we are dealing with some technical issues, but Amit here is going to give a little bit of presentation to show how it's done.
Okay, so basically the way this works, I just get on the bus, tap my phone on the bus. As always, so I'll just pretend this works, we'll try to get it to work. So the way it works, basically I get on the bus, tap my phone, and then I get authenticated, and yeah, so for some reason it doesn't work, we'll try to make it work.
That's an NFC code?
Yeah, it is an NFC. So the way it works, I authenticate using my phone. The NFC on the bus tells me which bus I'm on, which in the background just figures out what amount to pay and which subscription to get. And so every time I get on another bus, I... Oh, great.
Including the show from before.
Another one? Time.
Okay, so I get on the bus, payment is immediate on the LightLine network,
I get the confirmation. Next time I get on the bus, I only need to pay the amount up to the daily pass, and I don't pay any more. Take another ride, and all the rides of the day are for free. And then basically I pay as I go. I don't need to plan ahead. Don't need to pick the best subscription because it happens for me.
Thank you. This was such an amazing time to also find these wonderful people and find all the people. And Noam and the organizers.
How does the Lightning work over here?
So as the NFC chip takes a ride code from the bus driver, there's a call to a server that determines the price of the ride as well as the status of your subscription. It then sends you a request for payment on the Lightning Network. You pay, and it's seamless. It's just by the tap, and it manages all the subscriptions for you, and it incentivizes as it goes to use it more. On the one side, it saves 2 to 3% from the public transportation company for not doing credit card transactions. On the other side, it gives these nice incentives for the user to use it more and to save money as it goes. So it's bringing crypto to the people from the really easy use case. Any more questions?
So, what does it bring compared with the prepaid card?
So the prepaid card, currently the price of the ride is regulated by the government. So the company that does the credit card transaction takes a hit of 2 to 3% of the income that it could have got from that ride. On the Lightning Network, there's less fees that the companies can pay.
Just to add really quick, I don't need to plan ahead to kind of figure out which plan is best for me. I just get on the bus, tap my phone, and it figures out for me which plan.
Sure, that logic.
Yeah,
I understand the logic, but that logic you can implement on any payment system, including a prepaid card.
Right.
No, because on the prepaid card, like in Israel,
low fees.
Yeah. You need to choose. I want to choose, for example, a weekly plan. Yeah? So I need to buy this weekly plan from ahead.
But here I can get the
I cannot get it
money
back in the middle like a Bitcoin. I can get it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Microphone.
Blockchain-based medical supply chain. We're using Hyperledger, which is a blockchain, which is a permission blockchain. We chose Hyperledger because encryption is not enough. Since transactions are traceable, for example, if someone goes to the doctor and you know his wallet address, you can know it's a problem. And Hyperledger, being a private channel, it is only known to the relevant peers and parties. Supply chain and medical devices and medical vaccines in particular is something that is very important to keep in an appropriate temperature and storage. And we've made here a supply chain that is that describes the vaccines for pets. And now we can show you the demo of how the vaccine is leaving the factory, go to the shipper, to the veterinarian, to the pet, and registry at the city hall. Can we do that?
No, I have some difficulties.
Okay.
Does someone knows how to root or how to set his place for monitoring?
We have a working Zoom. We created a one-node channel that that describes the supply chain that I've said earlier. Each two peers are only the transaction. This is why it's confidential. And see this in a minute.
Guys, we're running out of time, so if you want to say a few words.
Okay, so basically, show you a hook program. Basically, there is a
time is end, so now it's up of the judges.
So just to clarify, we're into the questions time, so we'll let you quickly try to present, but we'll have to cut off soon if you want to ask questions.
Okay, so there is a dashboard. There is a chain of moving vaccines from one participant in a chain to another. So everyone gets the dashboard, and let's say the first entity in the chain is the factory. It creates the vaccines, so it needs to register, and it goes to the dashboard. Now I cannot connect to the dashboard.
Maybe tell us, like, really quickly what you're trying to show us, because it looks like.
What I want to show you is how the factory that creates the vaccines registers. It is created on the depot ledger, and then I wanted to show you with the Explorer that it was created, and that it gets the list of all the vaccines that are for that factory, and that it can create a new factory, a new vaccine in the start of the chain. And then there will be a transaction that goes from one chain to another chain, which
transaction is a channel.
the old supply chain from the factory, and from the factory to the supplier, from the supplier to the vet, and from the vet to the vet, and to the owner.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you.
Hello, we are apparently the hobbits. I wasn't here when we chose that name. So we actually decided more to show what Lightning can do instead of saying, oh, we're going to change the future in those 24 hours. We look at Lightning Network as basically the accomplishment of what Bitcoin can be, which is fast money, streaming live, nothing like we're used to, peer-to-peer. So we decided to demonstrate that in a fun way that we think is fun. So our idea was, today there's two types of parking. One of them is you go into like a public place, you pay the price and whatever at the end of the parking, because you're kind of locked in there, and they have like all those like credit card companies working with them, and banks, and huge infrastructure of finance and stuff. The other one is more like app-based, but you still need to register with a company that lets you like rent your parking. You still need to like go with someone. There's no actual peer-to-peer solution, and the reason why is not because parking is complicated, and that's what I like about it. Is because streaming money is complicated, and that's what's solved, and that's awesome. So we decided to build a peer-to-peer like parking space, where you basically have a gate with like QR or it's a Lightning node. The user comes with his card. So this is so now he shows the code. That's basically the payment request. And looks okay. The gate opens. You can go. Now, as you can see, basically, it's like streaming money.
Can you do it again? You do it again. It's we didn't know it was there.
Wasn't big enough.
Yeah. Okay.
No, okay. Okay. Stop it. Yeah, it's a hackathon.
Okay.
It works.
Okay.
No,
Some of the judges.
I'm getting 1 minute extra because.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like backwards. Yeah, no, so both of them it's a full node. So we thought about more like having like a device in your car, like built in. So that's the device in the car, because that's another car, that's the gate. Yeah. That's the device you have in your car. Okay? So again, so now wait. If you can see like go there, look at the gate, show the war. I was afraid of that, like, got hit as we went along, it's kind of out.
Okay.
So, but the point is, now,
we are
so
now the judges will lead it.
Okay. Go ahead. Any questions? So, this is now streaming. Once it stops paying, the parking is done. As long as it keeps paying. So again, we had a plan, and we are currently it's supposed to go up, but since it didn't like try, because maybe let's stop.
How can law enforcement enforce this?
Now actually it takes let's see. Let's hope. Okay. Yeah. It's reached.
Hi everyone, we're BrainSeed. My name is Alon, this is Ori. We're very excited and thankful to be here. I'm also very exhausted from watching Ori work for 30 hours straight. And we're making a brain wallet for humans. Anyone here have a brain wallet? One, awesome. A brain wallet is a key that you can keep in your brain. Why is it important? It cannot be confiscated, it does not require physical security, and it makes multisig great again. The reason people aren't using it is because it's hard to use, it's hard to memorize, it's too long, it's cumbersome, the words aren't intuitive for memory methods, and it's unstandardized, which means it's probably not that secure. This team that I've been fortunate to work with have made it awesome. Dan did the word list, which makes it intuitive. Omer built the whole tech part. Yeah, I switched the name, sorry. Yeah, Ori did the whole tech part. Omer did the cryptographic backend, and we made it possible by using a technique called key stretching, which makes extracting the key from the seed much computationally hard, which allows for lower entropy and shorter passphrases. And we also improved the word list to make it easily memorable. Let's try it out. We used just any salt. We used an email for this demo. Let's do 30 seconds iteration. 30 seconds means every attempt at brute forcing it costs 30 seconds of CPU time for the attacker. Can you get a timeout? It's 30 seconds, we're just waiting. No, I'm kidding. It takes 30 seconds. This is what protects you from someone trying to brute force your wallet. And yeah.
Maybe tell us some examples of words that you excluded.
Yeah, we excluded, thanks. We excluded words that are too abstract, like popular, owner. These are things that's hard to visualize and make stories and construct pictures with. And then, wait a second. After we proved that we know that this is the seed, this is the secret, you can see here that the seed that BrainSeed is using is only 6 words long. And it shows your salt, which is cryptographically used in the extraction process, and your Z private key. That's pretty much it. You can also see 10 addresses.
So is it working now? I can start using it?
Yep, go ahead. I would recommend using it in testnet first. You know, it should probably be looked into by many more pairs of eyeballs to find vulnerabilities, etc. But we're aiming to standardize the brain wallet vision. That's it. Let's copy these are the seed words. When you paste them here, and you can see that the recover existing seed is working. It's disabling it already knows from the version byte that you chose the second option, the 30-second one. And it also knows which word list you're using. So in the future, if you want to replace the word list, because people don't know what a tape cassette is or a bank is, then you can make a new list. 30 more seconds. You asked for it.
Can you close your eyes and repeat the 6 words?
Oh, good one. If you give it like 5 minutes and you build a story around it, then it's much easier than if you have to remember 24 words. And we'll see all of you guys next year and see how many hands are raised when there's brain wallet check.
Thank you. Next theme, social credit.
As Murphy's Law in live. We'll start with a quick demo. This is Jubilee. It's a system for interest-free credit when you need it. You have to first prove that you're a human being. We will support all the decentralized ID systems. And when you join Jubilee, you automatically get an initial credit line. So this is the transaction. It contacts the smart contract. And you get a credit line of 100 Jubilee credits. This is your balance. Currently, we didn't spend or receive any credit tokens. This is the trust score. You can increase your trust score by vouching for other people and putting some collateral in form of your credit. And you gain also credit history by using the system, by spending money and receiving credits. Here you can invite friends to make your trust network larger. And here you can pay with the Jubilee tokens. When you invite someone to the network, then you choose how much credit you want to put as collateral on him, and he has to put collateral back on you in order for the connection to be valid. You can also give a trust score for the person. And finally, you can pay. You put in the address, the amount of Jubilee credits you want to pay, and it will contact the smart contract. And we'll wait for the network to approve the transfer. And where's the event? Yeah, okay, so that's Murphy's Law again. Not working for some reason. Well, never mind that. The judges saw it's working before, so. Okay, so let's move a little to the small presentation.
Hey, Hackathon tel-aviv! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most promising project in the world. Even though my wife doesn't believe in me, let me introduce to you Sama
Hi. So, as any responsible hodler knows, securing your seed or your private key is a very tough problem. It's basically a trade-off between having great backup so your seed doesn't get lost, having like good security so it doesn't get stolen, and having a simple solution that even your mother can use. We set out to solve this problem. And the way we did it is by doing a social recovery of secrets. The way it's implemented is basically a mobile app that stores your private key. You select friends that you want to be your trustees, and the whole system is trustless. So what happens is that we use Shamir secret sharing to split your private key. We encrypt the shards of the private key and we store them for you. Your friends don't even have to know you're doing anything unless you need to restore your key. When you need to restore your key, the server basically sends the encrypted shards to your friends. They decrypt it, they re-encrypt it with your temporary key that you create for the recovery process, and you get all the shards in a way that only you can actually access them because they're encrypted. That's it. You basically decrypt your shards, recreate your key, and that basically enables you to back up any secret. So you can use that key to back up your seed for your treasure, or encrypt anything you want. So you can really do anything with it. You can even like take a photo of your seed and then encrypt that, so you don't have to type it or anything. That's it, really. Our vision is at the end to create something that's more like an SDK or an API that wallets can use, so that so this is would be like a standard, and people would just use like their regular wallet, and by that they'd basically be backing up their friends, and they'd also have a backup of their own wallet built in without thinking about it. So it'd be like really child-proof. Questions?
Do you have a demo?
So unfortunately, there's a small bug that we weren't able to solve in time with the notifications. So like the whole process basically works other than the part where the notification actually gets to the device and the user can approve it. So unfortunately, we can't show the whole flow.
Can you show something?
We can show the app. So we didn't prepare because we thought, so we didn't really prepare with anything. But if anybody's interested, we can show afterwards. We'd also like to thank the organizers and sponsors. It was a great experience for us. We learned a lot. And we met awesome people.
problem we're trying to solve is, say you have a zip file with your important contents, and you forgot the password. You save it with a password, it has your tax documents, whatever, and you don't know what the password is. Or say you got your e-wallet, and you have a password on it, and you forgot the password. So now we want a solution. We want to allow some people, others to crack it, but without revealing the secret, like the content inside. So like, we don't want to reveal the content inside the zip or the private keys inside the Ether wallet. And lucky for us, it turns out that it's actually possible. ETH wallets are built for this, so you can try to break the ETH wallet hash and, without revealing the private key. And also for zip files, you can crack a zip file password only using the first block. So if you upload the first block of the zip file, we can try to break it without revealing the code. This is the explanation of how the Ether wallet works and why we can crack it without including the whole thing. So we bet that the solution should be decentralized. So we're allowing people to put a bounty to break a certain hash, to break the password of an ETH wallet or a zip file. So we actually have a working prototype. It's actual domain, hash bound.
It's on the air and it's working.
Yeah, and it's on the Ethernet, testnet. Yeah. So you can see let's see the bounties. Yeah, these bounties are taken from the actual Ethereum contract. And the features are also fully working. You can submit like a new hash bounty, you can cancel pending bounties, and you can submit answers for bounties that are currently open. So she's going to post up a solution for existing bounty.
This bounty is SHA-256. I'm not totally familiar with the prefix. I know the solution for this one is like Bitbuy.
Yeah. So I'm submitting a transaction to the Ethereum contract with the solution. I can follow the transaction. And it will take a while, but eventually we'll see that I'm getting the bounty, the 0.1, what was it?
Time.
Yeah. Questions?
So what information do you have in order for somebody else to try and craft it?
So, say you have an Ether wallet with a password, so you can you can partially upload it, like take part of it without exposing your private key, and have your Ether wallet.
Part of what? The private key?
No, so you take a part of your Ether wallet out, okay, and then you upload it, and then you don't expose your private key.
So you submit the file without the IP field. The IP field is pretty critical in order to decrypt the private key.
Any more questions? Yeah. That's a great question. Yeah, the miners can actually steal my solution, but we have a fix for this. If you can say that it will be two-step solution. First step.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Any other questions?
Okay. So, we are Subvision, and it's a discrete monitoring system using Ethereum as the communication network. which means we're not going to need other provider for the communication. It's going to be peer-to-peer, and we'll then deal with the problem of privacy and security. How to provide information without compromising privacy. The problem with the monitoring devices usually is that they have too much information. It shows me everything, and actually what I need to know sometimes is just part of the information for security reasons. I don't want everyone to see everything. I don't want the party that I want to monitor certain things to see everything that the camera gives. I just want them to see certain information that is relevant, and I can specify it. So this is what I have. I have two devices. Each device is connected to a wallet. One device is the provider, which is a video which have an analysis by an AI for text. And then I have the remote device, which is the entity that wants to find out a question. Okay, so I have a question, is my daughter came home. The camera takes picture of my daughter coming home with her friends, kissing him, doing all other things, but all I want to know is if my daughter came home. So I asked the network, I sent a transaction to Ethereum network, asking if my daughter came home. The network, okay, right. The network asked the, the network asked the device that is in my home and return an answer. We're using the Ethereum blockchain. We use it basically as a communication infrastructure. It can give me a very fast answer because I'm not actually waiting for the transaction, and you will explain that. And it allows me to not use a third party, which is the most important part. Important to say, each my monitoring device is a permission device. So it's like I write into it the addresses that it can accept a question from. So it cannot accept question from anyone. It can accept questions only from a permission address. Everything is an address.
Okay, can you give an, is this working? Can you give an example?
Yes, this is working. This video is not really a feed. This is a story, this is a feed from synthetic data. And this is a question. Let's see if you example. It's not connected to the Ethereum network yet, but when it will be connected, it will be the same speed. It will work at the same speed. You will make an inquiry, you will get the answer immediately. Why? Because you don't have to wait for confirmation. You just need the transaction to be in the memory pool to retrieve the data you need, encrypt the data you need from your remote device. And you are not revealing any IP, so it's very secure.
And the feed that I'm getting there, this is feed that is already being digested by an AI agent.
No, that's for the demonstration.
No, yeah, but for the sake of demonstration. So this is what I would have
the feed, yeah, it's already been analyzed by analyzed.
But there's a lot of information that I don't want the user to actually see.
Yes.
How do I know which transactions to watch?
With your address. The provider and the client have their own addresses. The provider can permit certain clients to ask questions and get answers. And encryption is asymmetric using your private and public key.
So this is your remote.
don't have to wait for confirmation. You just use it for data transfer. You use the blockchain for communication on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey. So we're called the Lightning Dragons, and we build a poker game on top of Lightning Network. So essentially, we took the traditional poker game, and instead of buying into to a normal table where you put all your money, and then you kind of play as you go, and the house has all your money. What we did is only having the risk on the specific hand. Do we already have a, okay, we'll have a presentation, an example in a second. So essentially you only have the actual hand that you're playing now as risk held by the dealer. And each payment, each raise is actually a Lightning transaction. And each, when the game ends, the dealer decides on the winner and sends back the winnings. And also we have the randomness that shows actually the shuffling of the cards is a process that everyone contributes to. So the dealer can't decide on what the outcome of the game is. He commits to a value, and then all the participants participate in the process of creating randomness, and then they can later verify that the game was actually fair. So you can see a game that's actually running, and if we just raised there $113, and you can see Lightning transaction. You probably can't see, but that it says 113. So that's again.
Can you repeat the parts that you mentioned about the risk versus the house holding your funds, or you hold?
Yeah. Okay. So what happens is, let's in a poker game, I hold my chips, okay, and let's say I have like $1,000, and it's on my node, okay. No one else holds it. Now I want to. I put like a blind or I raise, then only then I send the funds. So I could send like $10 each time, and the pot of the actual round is held by the dealer. And we have a solution, like a theoretical solution that can work on Bitcoin. The problem is that it's not compatible with the Lightning Network. So we need to kind of so essentially we have like the dealer only acting as a router. But in the current implementations, it was like too much work to do that, and then we couldn't use normal Lightning channels.
So you need to trust your server, right?
With the specific hand. Yeah. And we assume that there will be like ratings or reputation that will be built on these servers. I mean, they're not just someone like they have a website. You connect to them. You can just say they were bad, and you can show that they were bad.
Right. Oh, good. We can use Bitbuy.
Any other questions?
Thank you. The last team, Team Yuki.
Thank you all for staying so long. Good. Let me know. Go. Hi, so we're Element, team number 14. Thank you very much. First of all, Yuki and Lior, our developers, Ayal and another friend, Asaf, keeping us in the vision area, and myself, the best coffee maker in the house, Bitbuy. So, first of all, thank you very much for a great event. We had a great time. We learned a lot. And actually, I think we figured out something. Basically, we figured out everything. But I want to share something with you. When we investigate around the Lightning Network in order to figure out how to pitch it to you, we find out that the Lightning enables you a very tiny, fast, and costless transactions. On the other hand, it took us almost half a day of a lot of black coffee, couple of beers in order to admit, many keep cool, that something is wrong with Bitcoin. In order for Bitcoin to scale, we thought about a couple of very important elements that needs to exist. Sorry for that.
Oh, please, computer God, don't fuck up.
Maybe we'll see a demo because it's maybe the most important one. So actually, just for you to figure out, what you are about to see is a POC, a real live one, of two parties in the Lightning Network actually communicating in a decentralized environment. The idea behind it is one of them is taking a long position on Bitcoin, the other one is taking a stable position on it. The idea is that, for example, Bob, the stable part, all he wants to do with his earning on Bitcoin, he wants to sleep at night and make sure that his earnings are at the same rate, fiat-wise. On the other hand, we have Alice, that actually is one of us, holding Bitcoin, taking a long position, and you will see in a minute that what we have created is a stable coin as a concept, not as a token, allowing Alice at the end of the day to keep the exact rate of money, again, fiat-wise.
Finish your sentence.
Okay. Yeah, so at the end of the day, one of them is taking a long position, the other one is taking a stable position. The idea is to allow Bitcoin users, end users, and merchants the ability to have a stable coin at the end of the day and stabilize their earnings, and by that maybe bringing the mass adoption into Bitcoin. What we think was the problem until today. If we will get the chance, we had a very funny joke about Roger Ver and about why Bitcoin hasn't scaled so far, but someone from Bitcoin Cash probably did something. Sorry. Okay. So I think we're good.
Okay. I guess you need a lot of people to be using the service for it to work, right? For the price to stay stable enough.
So, okay, there are two concepts that you can look at it. First of all, and in a minute, if I will want to share some of the more theoretical idea, but at the end of the day, first of all, you can have only two. They need to agree only on two things. One of them is the position, that one of them is taking the stable position and the other is long, and the ticker that they are looking at, the price of Bitcoin. Of course, that when the scale will rise and there will be a lot of channels with a lot of people, it will allow us some other features, such as decentralized oracle and stuff like that, and it will allow the network to see a real price and not a manipulated one. That today, some of it causes because it takes 10 minutes for the price to update.
Right, but so as long as the price of Bitcoin goes up, the guy that is taking a long and the guy that is taking a stable both have their,
they're both happy.
But if the price goes down and now the guy that is taking the stable position wants to, use the money,
cash out,
right? Cash out, then you have a problem.
Yes.
So
like always,
fixes it?
You will no one. It's part of the market. Yeah.
So,
the idea is
when the guy wants to, when the value drops, I guess you would just cash out.
You can either cash out and close the channel if you don't have enough money, or by the way, you don't have to take a long position. You can be a hodler that doesn't want to, do something with your coins and maybe earn something while someone else is using it by taking a chance that the price might drop. True, but yeah, it's a risk. After all, if you're taking any position, it's a risk. Even by just hodling the Bitcoin, you are taking a risk by not cashing out. So, thanks. Thank you. By the way, it's up if you want to see. Thank you all very much. It was a great event. That was the best.
אז אנחנו מיד מתחילים בטקס ההודעה למנצחים. לפני זה אנחנו רוצים להזמין את דפי שתגיד כמה מילים על האירוע עצמו, החוויה ועוד תודה קטנה מיוחדת. נציגת המשתתפים של האקתון.
היה ממש כיף, אבל אני חושבת שיש פה מישהו שאני מאוד רוצה להודות לו, וגם הרבה פה צוותים שהוא מאוד עזר להם, וזה נועם. נועם צוותים פה עם UI ועם כאילו, וואו, זה היה מדהים, אז תודה.
על אותו נוט, גם בהקשר לנועם, פשוט בתחום הזה באמת יש עניין שחסר לנו את ה-UI הזה, חסר לנו שזה יראה טוב, חסר לנו שזה יראה טוב לעולם. וזה שיש לנו אנשים שמוכנים לבוא ולהשקיע מהזמן שלהם ככה זה לא מובן מאליו. ושאם אנחנו צריכים את הפיתוח הזה, אנחנו יודעים למי לפנות.
ממש שמחתי להכיר את כולם ואני אשמח לעבוד עם כולכם בעתיד. אז מי שלא מכיר אותי ישירות, הוא בטח מכיר מישהו שמכיר אותי ישירות, ודברו איתי.
So, now, for Ken from Consensus.
Please have a short
Hi everyone. So I have two announcements to make. The first one is we've selected. So there were not many competitors using Ethereum technology, and even less actually deploying smart contracts on the network. But everyone made a good effort. In the end, we selected Hash Bounties as the winner of the Ethereum Hack. Please come from. And the second announcement is, as of today, we are legally cleared to start hiring people in Israel as Consensus. If you go to the carriers webpage of Consensus, you will see a general application for Tel Aviv. Have a look if you're interested.
אז they get to pick hats as well, right?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so you can pick your hats if you want.
Make Bitcoin turn again.
So I mentioned it yesterday, but in case some of you were not here or didn't listen. So in addition to the 2 Ether prize, the winners will present their project to Joseph Lubin, the founder of Consensus and the co-founder of Ethereum, 2 weeks from now when a bigger group of Consensus comes to Israel. So good job, guys.
I want to say a word from the judges. We saw a lot of you work there all night and made something that worked. And there was a lot of really good projects that worked and were interesting and helpful. We couldn't give prizes to everyone, but we really appreciate all the work you put into it. And we're very impressed with a lot of the projects. It was hard to choose the first places. I know they always say it, but really it was really impressive work from this hackathon. And I hope you feel good about yourselves, even if you don't win a prize, because we definitely felt good about it. We're really impressed and happy to see so much work. we have the fourth place, from the judges. It's called the Habiba Shaftim. This is the Yuki team with the stablecoin.
I have to say, thank you, but the person that we really want to thank, and I think that the guitar here is on with me, is Tomer. Because even though we didn't win first prize, and we're always disappointed not taking first prize, we still had a very good time, and it could have happened without you wanting it to happen and making it happen.
Thank you very much. So you have your prizes here.
But you already have hats?
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Thank you.
במקום השלישי, פרס 0.3 ביטקוין. כמה זה שווה היום? Lightning Dragons.
The winner of half of Bitcoin in the second place is in the second place is KaPow.
ובמקום הראשון, אחרי הרבה מאוד עבודה קשה, הצוות של BrainWallet.
לכולם, זו הייתה חוויה מדהימה ופריבילגיה גדולה להיות פה. אני אישית לא בן אדם מאוד מאוד טכני, לא כותב קוד, וזה שאיפה וחלום גדול שלי לתרום קוד לביטקוין הרבה זמן, ופריבילגיה אדירה לעבוד עם אנשים מדהימים שגרמו לזה לקרות. אז תודה לכם ותודה לכל הארגון המדהים הזה.
בטח כולם עייפים, וזכותי אם יש הרבה אנטי קליימקס אחרי האקתון, אפילו אם אתה זוכר. רק אם זה ביטקוין אז זה לא ככה. אבל אני פשוט מאוד מקווה שתלכו, תנוחו ושתסתכלו על זה אחורה יום אחד. תרגישו שהייתם במקום שהייתם צריכים להיות בזמן שהייתם צריכים להיות. זה לקח אותנו קדימה.